Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the Arizona Summer Classic.
Oh, if this is up, it's good. That's beyond long.
That is a sensational play right there, and you have to think that the little helping breeze gave that a nice boost.
He can't be that good.
Frank, one of the great moments in tournament history here in Scottsdale, you go back to 1996, the sudden death playoff between Phil Mickelson and Justin Leonard. Mickelson has always been the hero out here because he went to Arizona State.
Yeah, and it still runs through his veins, Rich. There was such an important win for him because to do it in front of people that he considered his home crowd was huge. And then also to do it in a playoff where, obviously it's win or lose. So for Mickelson, 1996 and TPC Scottsdale, certainly ring home.
And he's made it onto the green now. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Well, not in contention, but in for par. 12th hole now, looking at 192 yards, par 3.
Won't quite play that distance because that tee shot is considerably downhill. But you really have to be cognizant of the wind if it's coming off the left because it easily brings that water into play down the right should that tee shot just start moving with the wind. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Nice play right there. That's in pretty close. Not a gimme, but well within his range. With that birdie, now at 1 under par for the tournament. Coverage continues at EA Sports. Let's go out now to our featured golfer at the 13th. As we catch up with today's featured golfer, just been holding steady all day long, Frank.
A solid round of golf. He's gone for a little extra. Rich, that is annihilation of a golf ball.
Absolutely love it. I mean, he just tore that thing to pieces. That was just a beautiful drive. He hit it solid and right in the middle. This will require a good one. This is a 190-yard second shot.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
Birdie try up next. This would be nice. 2 straight birdies. So into the top 15 on the leaderboard with that birdie. A few more, and who knows, maybe top 10 or top 5. Par 4 14th. Frank, it seems as though you'd be pretty happy with a par here.
You would. Even though the putting surfaces here at TPC Scottsdale are excellent, it's going to take 2 good shots to reach this 14th hole. You can get in a little bit of trouble off the tee. That bunker on the left very much in play. The rough on the right side is no snack either because the ball, more often than not, will finish well above the player's feet. And, of course, that green is very, very narrow, well protected by bunkers on the left. Oh, that's fine.
Frank, that swing looks lively and strong.
Oh, that had to fly 300. It's close to 310. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Settles in over the putt. Needs a few more of those. That was a good birdie.
Yeah, this time, that one gets him in the top 10.
Great scoring opportunity here at the par 5 15th. But Frank, I'm wondering, as a player, is your mind beginning to think about what's ahead at that par 3 16th hole?
Oh, they are. This is really the finishing stretch at TPC Scottsdale, where you get all these swing holes. 15 is a swing hole. 16, 17, and 18, where so many changes in the score can actually happen. But this one here is all about finding the fairway. A good drive down here will be well rewarded because you'll have a chance to reach this par 5 and 2.
Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot. Too bad, Frank. That one rolled right off the green.
It was just coming out so hot.
Ready for his third shot. Needs to hit this close. That's a nice approach shot. It's about 15 feet away. A good chance for a birdie.
It's at sneaky distance.
Who knows? It is a 4-round tournament, setting himself up for a good weekend, maybe a great one. The young star makes his birdie. NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today it's live second-round coverage of the Arizona Summer Classic. This is a good-looking shot. Had a birdie here yesterday in there close. Great opportunity for another one. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Excellent read for birdie to move to 5 under for the tournament. To the par 5 13th here at TPC Scottsdale. Lots of danger left and right of this tight fairway, Frank.
This hole has really changed over the years. There used to be a split fairway. That no longer exists. That bunker you can see down the left side, which you can't carry, really defines the left side of this hole. Water still in play down the right, and big change here is the bunkering along the left, front, and left side of this green. So you can't just blaze away and comfortably expect to hit 13 and 2 anymore.
A great way to start a hole, nicely placed in the fairway.
Well, with a good shot here, Rich. This eagle on the cards, hole very reachable from where he is.
Don't get many opportunities like this. This is a good place to take advantage. shot.
It's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. A huge momentum shift with the eagle. At the 14th now, it's a par 4.
And a dogleg left once again. The bunker on the left side's being pushed out to the fairway to really make you think whether or not you can carry that. It's a lengthy second shot because it's going to play a little bit uphill. And this green is well protected on the left side with the 2 bunkers.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Frank, you played in conditions all over the world. Here come the winds now. What's the mindset?
Well, this is really what separates the men from the boys. This is where you've got to tell yourself, and it's an advantage to you. Obviously, the scores will go up a little bit, given the conditions. But once again, this is going to suit the stronger player today.
You like the old phrase, swing easy when it's breezy?
Definitely when you're hitting it into a head breeze. But it's down breeze, tee it up a little bit, try and ride that wind some more.
That's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday. Can he do it again today? That is some good work right there. Birdie and 1 shot closer to the lead. All right, Frank, now the fun begins. We are teed up at the par 5 15th hole. Plenty to talk about here.
Yeah, the fairway down the left side is anything other than straight. It's more like a shipwreck, the raggedness of it. And that water in play, well, if you do find one on the fairway, you can sort of always wave across to the people that are walking down the 11th hole. Find the fairway, you can reach this par 5 and 2. A little bit of an island-looking green there, bunker on the left, and also another bunker just short right. But a fairway missed here. Yeah, you can rack up 5, 6, 7. I've seen all sorts of scores here at 15.
Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Big swing right there, and a great result. And now a chance for a big swing in momentum with an eagle coming up. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read.
Oh, what an eagle.
Crowd's going wild out there. This place is absolutely buzzing right now.
Well, Rich, 2 rounds in the books, and it's easy to see why the leaders are on top of that leaderboard.
Excellent performance, but still a long ways to go in this tournament. NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Arizona Summer Classic.
Oh, if this is up, it's good.
Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
Oh, I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320.
should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Speed wasn't bad on that long putt, but the read wasn't very good. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Doesn't dig into the lead with that par, but Frank, sometimes, and you know this as well as anyone, you just have to kind of maintain your footing out there. Frank, where's the difficulty here on the 7th hole, the par 3 of more than 200 yards?
Well, Rich, front hole locations are always probably the toughest here because that's the narrowest part of the green. Bunkering really hasn't changed, and the green still does widen up, but the hole tends to play slightly uphill.
This one looks right on point. And to generate some momentum here at the 7th hole, this for birdie. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Frank, that's what you want to do. Good lag putt.
Yeah, they can't all go in.
This from about 10 feet. And with that par, moving into a tie for the lead.
It's about to get interesting.
Frank, the par 4 8th, this is a good hole.
It is a dogleg to the left. Forces the player to go at the right, and this will play every inch of its yardage, which is over 470 yards. Green's still pretty much the same with that false front. Unless there's a flag position in the front, you're really going to have to fly at least 20 yards or so into that green. Otherwise, that ball is going to run towards the front.
Interesting, with the almost space-age advancements in golf equipment, what with new, lighter materials, and with the increased focus on fitness and strength, players are hitting the ball longer than ever. That has forced architects to lengthen the golf courses without sacrificing the integrity or the shot value of the original design. So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Just a little tap in here. That's a par, but that is also second place.
That's right. Birdies are being made elsewhere.
Rounding out the front nine with a par 4 of 453 yards from the back tee. Looks to be straight away here, Frank. Anything to be cautious about on this tee shot?
Well, that bunker, there used to be two bunkers down the right side. There is now one, and it also pinches into the fairway, which almost makes this hole look like a faint dogleg right. But really, the best line is still down the left side, so it still actually suits a draw off the tee. Green is slightly elevated and not very deep too, so judging that second shot, getting the right club is essential here at 9.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Well, Frank, it's our job to get excited.
You can't when you leave it short, though.
I'm sad.
He's making my job hard. Even par, currently.
in for par. Getting set now to start one of the most exciting back nines in all of golf on the PGA Tour here at TPC Scottsdale, beginning with the 10th.
If you stand on this green, Rich, and look backwards, you realize how severe this dogleg is. He's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there.
Can a ball explode?
That is big. I mean, really big. We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Just in the first cut of rough, not a bad lie. The only issue is he might get a jumper here. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. That was a nice birdie, and no doubt he's feeling pretty good about his position on this leaderboard.
A series of good holes in a row has got him to this point.
On to the par 4 11th hole. Frank, what's the best play here?
No bunkers really here to worry about, Rich, so you have to pick something in the distance as a good line. Something a little bit away from the water that protects the left side of this fairway. And it's adjacent to the 15th hole, the other par 5 coming home. So a good drive, perhaps with a little bit of cut off the tee. And that should shape up nicely for this long par 4.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
That will be a great look at birdie. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Wow, almost fell within just a few inches of dropping. This would give him the par. Looks like par may not be good enough to get the job done here.
Yeah, big change from the top of the leaderboard. Get another birdie, so pushes him back to second.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Arizona Summer Classic. Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
A great way to start a hole, nicely placed in the fairway. Second shot coming up here at the par 5. Oh no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
Frank had hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
You wonder what he's thinking on that.
So in the first cut here, it could be worse. on the green, and a chance for birdie. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Oh, a huge birdie right there, Frank.
Just one back now.
Well, partner, here we go. Players have characterized it as terrifying, chaotic, amazing. The stadium atmosphere here at this hole, the 16th of par 3, is really spectacular, isn't it, Frank?
It is. Because of the atmosphere, the number of people, this is the closest a golfer gets to like kicking a field goal in a Super Bowl, because it's just surrounded by people. It's not really the difficulty of the hole. Just over 160 yards, a modest par 3. There's no water in trouble. But it's an atmosphere that golfers never normally are familiar with.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
So a tester from 4 feet. Score that, a birdie. Frank, when you get to the 17th hole, we always recall maybe the single most bizarre shot in the history of golf.
Yeah, everybody talks about maybe a hole-in-one at 16, but really 17. And the player was Andrew McGee. It was a good tee shot, don't get me wrong. But Rich, it needed an assist.
Well, the assist came from Tom Byram, whose brother Kurt is a commentator for the Golf Channel. Tom Byram was just minding his own business, standing on the green, sort of leaning on his putter, and you know what happened.
Yeah, the ball hit Tom Byram's putter and then careened into the hole. So, 17. Made famous a little bit of history with a couple of names to drag up from the past.
That is classy.
They had a chance of going in.
Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round. And with that, birdie moves into a tie for the lead.
We've got ourselves a battle right now, Rich. Rich, 18 was always considered a long finishing hole.
Not for J.B. Holmes.
Yeah, the water was always in play. And then the day he took it over the left side and carried everything and went on to win, that completely changed the way this golf course played ever since that day.
And it resulted in some of the changes we're seeing now.
Yeah, evidence, the new bunkering down the left side. It showed us all how much and how strong these guys are, how much they've improved over the years.
Wow, Frank, look at that one run out. Just blistered that tee shot.
Yeah, that has to be 325 if it's an inch.
Stuffed it in there really close, and now just a tap in. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either.
Well read.
Just a tremendous week of golf, and that, my friend, is a winner right there.
Yeah, and he should be proud of himself too. It took golf of the highest quality to beat this high-quality field, and that is something that you will remember for a long, long time.